Jungkook arrives at one of North Korea's music buildings. The world is instantly shocked. The world of music rarely stands still, but every once in a while a single moment sends shockwaves far beyond charts, fandoms, and social media trends. This time it wasn't a comeback teaser, a surprise collaboration, or an award show appearance. It was a fleeting image, a whispered report, and a location that few global pop stars are ever linked to. Jungkook, one of the most influential musicians of his generation, was said to have arrived at one of North Korea's iconic music buildings, and within minutes, the internet erupted. At first, it sounded impossible. Fans across continents paused mid-scroll, reread headlines, and questioned translations. North Korea is a country often associated with isolation, rigid control, and cultural separation from the global pop industry. Jungkook, on the other hand, represents openness, global youth culture, and a sound that transcends borders. The idea that these two worlds could intersect felt surreal. Yet, as images and short clips began circulating, disbelief slowly turned into fascination. The reported sighting did not come from an official announcement. There was no press release, no schedule update, no statement from management. Instead, it emerged the way many modern mysteries do, through grainy footage, anonymous accounts, and subtle visual clues. A luxury vehicle stopping near a grand entrance. A figure stepping out, face partially obscured, posture unmistakably familiar to fans who have followed every move of Jungkook for over a decade. The setting appeared to resemble one of Pyongyang's renowned music or cultural performance buildings, known for hosting state-level concerts and orchestral performances. What truly ignited global attention was not just the person in the footage, but the location itself. North Korea's music buildings are not ordinary venues. They are symbols of national identity, carefully curated art spaces where music serves cultural and ideological purposes. For an international pop icon, especially one as globally recognized as Jungkook, to be associated with such a place instantly raised countless questions. Was this a private visit, a cultural exchange, a misunderstanding amplified by online speculation, or something entirely unprecedented? Within hours, social media platforms were flooded with reactions. Fans expressed shock, excitement, and concern all at once. Some called it historic, imagining a future where music could bridge even the most impenetrable divides. Others urged caution, reminding everyone how easily rumors can spiral into assumed facts. Still, the conversation refused to die down. Major fan communities began analyzing every frame of the footage, comparing silhouettes, walking styles, and even clothing choices to known appearances of Jungkook. What made the situation even more intriguing was the silence. In an era where artists' movements are tracked almost in real time, the absence of confirmation or denial felt loud. No immediate clarification came from official channels. That silence allowed imagination to fill the gaps. Could Jungkook have been invited as part of a confidential cultural program? Was he merely passing through, mistakenly linked to the location? Or was this an intentional low-profile visit meant to avoid international scrutiny? Music historians and cultural analysts soon joined the discussion. They pointed out that music has long been used as a soft diplomatic tool, even during periods of intense political tension. From classical concerts held across ideological divides to joint performances aimed at easing relations, history has shown that art often goes where politics cannot. Jungkook's alleged arrival at a North Korean music building, whether symbolic or coincidental, fit neatly into this narrative. It represented possibility, the idea that sound, rhythm, and emotion could cross borders that diplomacy struggles to penetrate. At the same time, skeptics raised valid concerns. They emphasized the lack of verified evidence and warned against drawing conclusions based on limited visuals. In a digital age dominated by deepfakes and misinformation, even the most convincing footage can be misleading. Some experts suggested the building might not even be in North Korea, but rather a similarly designed cultural venue elsewhere, misidentified through rapid online sharing. Despite these cautions, the emotional impact was undeniable. Fans imagined Jungkook standing in a grand hall known for orchestral echoes rather than pop anthems, his presence alone challenging expectations. They wondered what it would sound like if his voice filled a space designed for traditional compositions. Would music there feel different? Would the audience respond the same way millions have around the world? The broader public reaction revealed something deeper than celebrity curiosity. It exposed how powerful Jungkook's image has become. His mere association with a location can spark global discourse about culture, politics, and the future of artistic exchange. Few artists today hold that level of influence, where a single unconfirmed appearance can dominate international conversation. As days passed, the story continued to evolve without resolution. New interpretations surfaced. Some suggested the visit, if real, might be connected to a documentary project focusing on music as a universal language. Others speculated about behind-the-scenes initiatives involving cultural diplomacy. Each theory added another layer to the mystery, keeping the story alive and endlessly shareable. Meanwhile, Jungkook himself remained silent. No cryptic posts, no subtle hints, no indirect references. For fans accustomed to reading meaning into every lyric and emoji, this quietness was both frustrating and compelling. It forced everyone to sit with uncertainty, a rare experience in the hyper-connected world of celebrity culture. Whether the sighting turns out to be accurate or not, the impact is already real. The idea alone has challenged assumptions about where global pop can exist and whom it can reach. It has reminded the world that music, at its core, is not confined by geography. Even the suggestion that Jungkook could arrive at a North Korean music building has opened conversations that once felt impossible. In the end, perhaps that is the true power of this moment. Not the confirmation or denial, but the reaction it inspired. Shock turned into curiosity, curiosity into dialogue. Fans, critics, and observers alike were pushed to imagine a world where sound travels freely, even when people cannot. And in that imagination, Jungkook stands not just as a pop star, but as a symbol of how far music can go, sometimes even to places the world never expects.